Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm the Curly Man. Today we're going to be learning a song by Giveon, and it's called Favorite Mistake. So let's get through the song really quick, and then we'll go over the chords in detail. All right? So that's pretty much the whole song. It just keeps on looping and repeating. Those are the chords you're going to need to know. We're going to go over the chord names really quick for those of you who know your theory. And then if you need a little more detailed breakdown of those chords, we'll do that after that. So we're going to start off with the D minor 7. Then we're going to go into an A7 sharp 5. And then quickly jump into an A7. And then after that is a C Diminished 7. And then we're going to end with a C7 sus 4. And if you notice too, I'm using my fingers to play, and I'm not there's no pick. You could use a pick, but to get a richer, fuller, cleaner sound, I would encourage you to use your fingers, kind of like a classical style. That's kind of what I'm going for. So I kind of go in sequence here. I use my pinky for the first one, then my middle finger, my ring finger, then middle finger, then index, and then these last two I do with my thumb. So once again, so E, the high E's with my pinky, I got my ring finger on the B, my middle finger on the G, and my index is on the D, and then I'm playing A and E with my thumb. Gives you a nice pop, clean sound. Alright, so that's pretty much the chords. That's what you need to know. And now we're going to go into detail of how to play those chords. Alright, so let's dive into those chords a little more depthly. For the D minor 7 hand position, it's going to look pretty much like this. So I'm making that shape now. And we're going to start off by making that shape with pretty much barring with your index finger. We're going to leave the E, the low E out of it, which is the sixth string. Or sorry, first string. My apologies. So we're going to bar with our index finger, and then we're going to put our ring finger on the 7th fret of D. So ring finger on 7th fret of D, and then our middle finger on the 6th fret of B. Again, middle finger on the 6th fret of B. And that gives us our D minor 7 sound, okay? And then for that A7 sharp 5, it's pretty much in the same position. Well, not sorry, in the same area. I'm going to go right here. A7 sharp 5. So we're going to, with our index on the 5th fret, our middle finger, our index on the 5th fret of the low E, our middle finger on the 5th fret of the D string, and then our ring finger on the 6th fret of the G string, and then our pinky is going to be on the 6th fret of the B string, right next to the G right there. Which would sound like this. Alright. Now we're going to move on to the A7, which you could leave these two where they are. We're going to move this ring finger over on the 5th fret of the B string, which should sound like this. That's the note we're looking for. Well, these are still remaining there. And then we're going to put our pinky on the 6th fret of the G string. That note should sound like this. Alright, so now let's play all those notes together. Alright. And then we're going to do the C Diminished 7. We're going to start off with your index finger on the 4th fret of D. Should sound like that. Then you're going to put your ring finger on the 5th fret of G. Should sound like this. Then you're going to put your middle finger on the 4th fret of B. Should sound like this. And then you're going to put your pinky on the 5th fret of the high E. Should sound like this. All those notes together. Alright, then moving on to our last chord. This is a C7 sus4. Really pretty sounding chord. Okay, so we're going to use our index finger on the 3rd fret of the low E. So basically you're going to have your index finger on the G. And then you're going to put your ring finger on the 3rd fret of D. And then you put your pinky on the 3rd fret of G. So it should sound like this so far with what you have. Okay. And then we're going to bar with your index finger the top frets of the B and the E string. And all together should sound like this. Alright, so let's speed it up. Alright, and that's pretty much the whole song. Obviously you could add whatever you feel, whatever flavors, whatever little licks and scales and chord progressions you feel that could go with that. Feel free to spice it up, but that's going to be the bare bones of the song. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to be putting a couple more of these videos out there. I like playing guitar, so I'd like to be able to share with you what I'm learning, because wow, I've seen so many amazing YouTube videos out there. I have to, we got to give. We got to give and receive, right? Give and receive. So this is my small portion of giving back. And I'm looking forward to seeing everyone else's videos. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys back here on the next one. Alright, thank you so much for tuning in. See ya.